Well, hello you guys. Thank you for seeing another episode of my video. Today, I've got some pretty good news and I don't know, some bad, but it's all good though, in a ways. I've been conversing with ChatGPT, and it has been quite an impressive relationship. And it gave me an incredible detailed guide. I may have to put my sunglasses on because I have cataracts, and also they're kind of itching right now. They're prescription sunglasses, but it's been quite a like I said, quite a relationship where I've been very impressed on the amount of information, mostly therapeutic information, but also giving me a lot of hope. Maybe I'll take the glasses off because they are so polarized that I can't even see the screen. Oh, by the way, I can't even see the screen on my phone recording. So I can't see anything. I just see a black blur. That's it. So I'll take them off. By the way, I bought a new phone. It's a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. It's refurbished. It was about $350. I did not. I used to have that phone before, and without going to long story, I lost it. I lost it, and I've been suffering, ever since with that one, because it's really, really nice, and I loved it, man. Plus, the other thing is that it has what they call a DAC, D-A-K, I think, or D-A-C-K, and what it means is that you can convert any monitor. You basically use a dongle, like for example, I don't know if it'll show it right now, but see this little dongle here? Can you see it? No. Anyways, it's a microphone it's a USB-C microphone that connects into the slot, and this is what I'm recording on, the microphone. But also, it works. Anyways, so I have the dongle also at home that you can connect the USB-C to it, and then the dongle, it's a hub. It's got a bunch of USB hubs, USB-C and regular USB, and also it's got HDMI, which means that you can connect it to a television or a computer monitor, and you can convert the cell phone into an actual computer. And what I like about this Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra is because it's got the Snapdragon processor, which means it's a fast mother. Yeah, you're not going to be fiddling around with, slow speeds. I mean, it is fast. So anyhow, I won't get it until another 5 days. So, but anyways, as I was saying, I've been talking to ChatGPT a lot, and it was so meaningful to me that I even printed out 17 pages of the actual discussion. Cost me $12.50 to print this out. So here's the deal. I'm considering moving to, can you see that? It's backwards, damn it. I'm considering moving to Mexico and also selling the van. Yes, you heard that right. Selling the van. Now, oh, there's so many flies on my dog's food. So I'm considering moving, and I'm out here at the park, and I bought some chicken breast for my dog with his crunchies. So yeah. So the reason is because ever since this damn Trump dude, began all of this regulations, and I've been seeing, so many videos also of people on YouTube who are making videos talking about this, regulation, from Trump, about the homeless and people who are on in vehicles and so forth. And I'm just getting nervous. That's number one. And then the second one is, I'm afraid that if I break down, not that there's anything wrong with the van, but I'm afraid that if it does break down, see, I have about $2,800, okay? And that was supposed to go to buy a trailer, okay? Now you might say, well, why don't you get a job if you break down? Okay, I will disclose some issues with that. Is that I might be able to get one. I don't know, because I did try to get a job several times here in San Diego. But as I said in my previous video, the best way I can describe it is that, you know how guys that are in prison for 10, 15, 20 years, I mean really long time, and then all of a sudden they come back, or they come back into society, and they don't know how to handle it because everything has changed, and they're having a hard time adapting to that new world, because all they've known is the prison. They don't know that, there's cell phones now, or laws change, things like that. Pronouns, there's 50 genders now, type of thing. And I don't mean to make, fun of, LGBT people, because I'll go into that subject another day, okay? I worked with LGBT people, I'll just say that right now. But if you stick around, you're gonna know a lot more about me. So let's just say that I worked with LGBT people and transgender people at a drug and alcohol anyways. So where was I? Oh yeah. So let's just say, a guy's in prison for 20 years and he gets free, and all of a sudden, there's pronouns and, misgendering, and it's just an example, okay? And, that type of thing. Well, in my other video, I was telling you that I dropped out of, the world for 20 years, and a couple of days ago, I was actually realizing that I missed out on a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff. Because my world back then was making money. And again, if you hang around, I will disclose a lot of details about how I made that money, okay? And, but that's how my world was back then. All I was doing is money. I would travel to make money. I would work from the apartments to make money. I didn't go out to see what was going on with politics, or like today, I didn't go online and see what's going on with Israel, Palestine, or none of that. I didn't follow any damn politic, and that's one of the things that is destroying, I think, a lot of Americans, is because we are consumed with all of this negativity, and then it becomes personal, and then you get involved in it, and then you become mean-spirited, and then you're fighting with somebody else because they voted for Trump or doesn't like this or doesn't like that, and in Congress, or things like that. So I think that's one of the biggest things that's happening, in our world. Anyways, so again, my world back then was money, and I made money. Okay, unfortunately, I cannot go back to that world. There's no way in hell I could even I don't know, maybe if I was like Ozzy Osbourne and dressed in drag, for the hell of it. I'm just, anyways, but there's no way in hell I could make the money I used to make back then, or even be that person that I was back then. There's no way in hell. And again, if you stick around, I will show you pictures of that world and many other things. So I'm keeping you in suspense. I hope you're being attentive and you're watching the video and not just saying, boring, next. Because I got 2 other channels too. And anyways, if you're curious about the other 2, one of them is called Damien's Headbanger Ministries. Okay, the other one I can't mention yet. Maybe if I leave to Mexico, I'll let you know. This way you can't chase me down and say, you this and that. but anyway, that's what my autobiography is mostly. Is not mostly, but is going to be about. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to drive or take a train to Los Angeles and talk to Mark Laita from Soft White Underbelly to talk about my story. And then you'll know who I was, how I made my money. Yeah, boy. Do you really want to do that, Damien? You want to tell the world? Well, what do I care? Well, I shouldn't really say that, but to tell you the truth, would it matter? If the world knew, would it really matter? No, because, well, yes and no. One of it, no, because I don't know anybody. I mean, I'm parked right now at a park. Here, I'll swing the camera. I'm parked right now, and I don't know. I don't know any of these people parked out here. I don't know any of them. There's a van out there. There's some other people living in a car, and there's another one way over there, and there's a couple of other people. Some of them just left, and I don't know any of them. And I've seen them over and over and over. In fact, I did want to go to that one in the gray van over there and just say hello, introduce myself, because I wanted to ask them about the parking situation here. Because I've seen them there in the same spot for days and days. So I'm just curious, did they park overnight? I don't know. But I'd go over there and say hi and ask them, So I was thinking about going over to Los Angeles and talk to Mark Laita, also to see if I can negotiate some kind of a payment, because the last time I wanted to talk to him, he offered me $100. I'm like, $100? Really? To spill my fucking guts? And I know I'm gonna fucking cry like hell, So I got to talk to the guy, and ask him, can you help out with a little more than just $100 fucking dollars? I'm coming all the way from San Diego too, And the other reason I wanted to talk about my story is because, well, I would like to apologize to my family and to let them know how much I miss them, how much I love them, and also to say goodbye to them. Because I know that I will never return to that life that I left when I was 24 years old. Because that's the last time that I was with any of that family. And everything went kaput when I met, this girl. And I was pretty much orphaned by them. And that's why I've been suffering a lot without a family all these years, since my father died in 2013. I remember when my father died, I was so fucking high on meth. I was high before, I was high during, and I was definitely high after his death. I remember I felt so ashamed during the funeral. And it was packed with people. And I was so fucking high that I couldn't even talk. Not because I was depressed or sad, but because I was so filled with shame that I could not even talk to them. And I just want to apologize to everyone, and also just say goodbye to them, because thanks to Chat GPT and maybe even Donald Trump, for all of these laws about homeless and no parking and all this crap about housing, he really put a big dent in my van living goals, the trailer. So I'm scared because, first of all, if the van broke down, I wouldn't have any money to fix it. Even though I would be saving a lot of money, because I wouldn't be paying rent, I wouldn't be paying internet at home, I wouldn't be paying for a number of things. But also, I don't know anybody, people. I don't know nobody that could help me. The only person I know is in Colorado, out towards Pueblo, and he's still about 35 minutes east of Pueblo, towards La Junta. That's the only person I know. So I guess I don't want to stress anymore in my life, because if I broke down, good God, man, it would be really bad. It would be really, really bad. So I said, you know what? I said, what would it be like to reconsider going to Mexico? And because I was planning to leave to Mexico anyways, in December, and I was also looking for a trailer. But that's when the van broke down, and it was very costly, because I had to rent, not because of the repair, but I had to rent U-Hauls, I had to rent hotels, I had to rent, my laptop broke down and I depended it so much, and the repair was $600, and it was a computer engine module. So that was $600, but I had to pay all of this other expenses. 2 tow trucks on top of that. It was very, very costly. So the majority of that money that I had saved to buy a trailer went kaput, man. So I had to literally start all over again. How? I had to sell music gear these last few months that hurt me a lot. But I wanted to catch up back to that time when I was saving money for a trailer and go that route. And that's where I was going until our buddy Trump, fucking asshole, started enforcing all of these laws now that it's illegal to be homeless, and be careful. You know, be careful if you're a mobile dweller of any sort. Be careful. So do you want to, meaning me, do I want to gamble the only vehicle I have? The only freedom I have? No, I don't. If I had a trailer already, I would have been in Mexico right now, in an RV park by the ocean somewhere, you know? But I just think I need to say goodbye to all of my suffering here in in America, because also there's nothing here for me, people. Nothing, man. I've worn myself out so much because of the 20 years. Oh, why are all these bugs all over me? Because of all the addiction that I had to go through, that I lived with. Okay, damn it. So that's my fault. And so I think now it's time to say goodbye. I'm not going to end this channel either. It's time to say goodbye to all of my suffering. I'm not saying that it's going to be all hunky-dory if I left to Mexico. No. But it sure will be a hell of a lot better than living here, I'll tell you that. I mean, I was just watching some videos of Cancun, you know, Cancun, Cozumel, Progreso, Chelem, Chuburná. I mean, man, Mérida, you know, I mean, I don't mean the tourist areas. Just because you hear Cancun, people think, oh, the luxury resorts. No, man, I don't have money for that, you know. But if you know where to go and you know how to live frugal, away from all the tourist crap, man, you can live nice. You can eat nice. You can save money enough to invite a girl out for dinner and not have to worry about, oh shit, how much is that? Oh fuck, man. No. I mean, here in San Diego, just go try to eat at McDonald's. Just go try to get a burrito. $14, $15, $16? Or a fucking burrito plus the drink, you know? There goes at least $18 if you're lucky. And when you're on disability income, that ain't a whole lot, man. You know, that's not a whole lot. I mean, you know, if you want to go to a movie, I wanted to go see, what was that? Some kind of I love World War II stories. It's about a true story about some, I don't remember, that's being played at AMC theaters here in, I forget where it's at. And man, I saw the ticket. Woo, man. $19 fucking dollars. $19 fucking dollars, man. You know, and then you want to get a drink? Good luck. You want to get a hot dog? I mean, you could, but when you add eating out throughout the month. And you say, fuck, man, where did that money go? Well, fast food, Chinese food. And I know because I've done it. And it sucks at the end of the month. Because you're like, wow, man, where did my money go? Well, look at your bank account. Look at your statement. $18 for fast food Chinese food with the soda. 2 item, 3 item. Oh, okay. Next week I had a burrito at Filiberto's over there. $12. Oh, and then you had a Big Mac meal, $7 plus tax at McDonald's. That ain't too bad. But again, the point is that you add all that up, man. Yeah. So, but in Mexico, you won't have to worry about that, unless you want to eat out like a gringo, dumb gringo, in the resort areas. Oh yeah, I'm afraid of the water. Man, I have never ever gotten sick from a taco stand. Never. And how much is a taco over there? 30 pesos. What is that? Like $1, $1.30? A big fucking taco too, man. And what is a taco here? $6 fucking dollars, man, for a fucking taco here. $6 fucking dollars. When I go to the drive-thrus of the Filiberto's or whatever, tacos, man, I see the taco prices, man. You're talking $6 fucking dollars, man. I go, you serious? $6 fucking dollars? I went to Ocean Beach once during the where they had a farmer's market, and I was just curious to try a taco barbacoa, because I was in front of on this liquor store, and they had a sign, barbacoa tacos, blah blah blah. Almost $7 fucking dollars. Like, really? It was good, but $7? One taco ain't gonna do nothing to your stomach. Ain't gonna do nothing. All it's doing is dabbing your tongue. That's all it is for $7. You gotta buy 2-3 tacos, man, to get satisfied. Plus your beer or the soda. So you see my point? Mexico is nothing like that. Nothing. I was watching videos about rentals. This guy was renting a house, a 2-bedroom house with a driveway, everything. And it didn't look like a piece of crap either. $400, man, for a 2-bedroom house. Fuck what I would do with a 2-bedroom house. 1 room, 1 bedroom would be my bedroom. The other room would be my office. It would be all set up. I would be taking videos of almost everywhere I go and document it. Focus on writing my autobiography. Focus on meeting people, expats, scuba diving. I would return to my scuba diving also. I would join coral reef conservation groups to go over to Cozumel or other places, Isla Mujeres. Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful places, man. I don't know if you're a scuba diver, but I am. I'm a certified scuba diver. I haven't done it in probably over 8 years, maybe. I got my certification. I was going to start doing nitrox, but I lost my diving partner, and I got 2 dive computers. I got two pairs of scuba diving fins. I've got my own regulator, the Atomic. I don't know if you know the brands, but Atomic's a good freaking brand, man. Anyways, you guys, so I'm still gonna do these videos. I am gonna do a video of the entire van setup because I'm gonna put it up for sale. I'm not sure how much I'll sell it for. I'm gonna try to put 5,000 or best offer with everything in it. And if I don't get like bites quickly, I might drop it more, because I don't want to be hanging around that fucking apartment. I don't want to. What I want is to enjoy my life, be active, meet people, not have to worry about parking restrictions, and I want to have a productive life. And I'll leave you guys with this. ChatGPT printed out this other small condensed version where it literally laid me out a calendar of what I would be doing every day. It was incredible. And then it told me here, and I didn't even see this until yesterday, it said, Move to Mexico Detailed Guide, a step-by-step booklet for Damien. Again, Damien was my stage name. Musician, ocean-oriented. I was like, wow, that sounds nice. Seeking stability, affordability, and community. Man, when I read that, I was, wow. So, I mean, it wrote down like everything. And then, like I said, there's a 17-page, I mean, the whole conversation we had, I had to print it out because that's how much, it meant to me, because I want to go over it. There's a lot of very valuable mental health support on this, and also encouragement. It's just incredible. Thank you for sticking this long, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.